Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dying times here.
Don't you hate when you're doing a stream and you don't remember what exactly you're going to talk about? That's tonight. What's up, everybody? Joining me tonight is some of the usual suspects, and I'm pretty sure there'll be other people rolling in. We got, what the hell is that background, Culture Casino?
Oh, shit. Wrong stream.
What's going on there?
It's like,
coming soon, Foot Fetish to Culture Casino channel.
yeah, it's like I wasn't sure if he was to move his head and we'd be seeing something inappropriate on the stream.
No.
It would definitely be inclusive.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Inclusive is a good way of putting it. Yeah. How you doing, Culture? Besides the
Very
embarrassing background.
Oh, no, I did that on purpose. You know that. But I had a great time today. I'm always having a great time. Today's amazing. I've had a lot of fun. I finally crossed that 2,800 threshold on my way to 3K.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you for the Sessler clap, Les. I appreciate that. And I mean, seal clap. Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. Otherwise, it's just been amazing. It's weird what hits the algorithm, right? Really, I've been learning there's no rhyme or reason at this point, but I've had a great day. I got to hang out with Tom. I got to hang out with some other amazing people, and I recorded some videos. So eventually you'll see those as my editors deal with them. And I might step it up to 2 videos every weekday. It might get there.
That's some serious dedication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no sleep. No sleep.
It's the grind.
Yeah,
That's
dude. So, any guesses how long it took me to get my last video out? I mean, editing, recording,
10 days.
all that. 10? No. How many hours?
Oh shit. 72.
Time period or just total hours?
No,
of
total actual working on something.
It actually. God damn. Okay, so I started recording at 10:30. I finished recording at 2 a.m.
Okay, that's recording.
Yeah. And then I spent probably another 2 hours editing that fucking video. So it took me 5 hours.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, my hat goes off to you guys because when I have to do my videos and I don't have many that I have to edit, I just lose my shit. Doing my intro is a 2-day thing for me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
True.
Kudos to you guys, man.
And Adobe Premiere likes to crash on me. I don't know if it does you.
Oh man.
The funny thing is that was actually my second attempt at recording that video because when I first tried it the week of, I actually did it Wednesday when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Episode. Yeah, I tried recording and it just was it wasn't working. I was hitting a complete creative block. I wasn't sure what I wanted to say about the damn video or the series or TV show, whatever I was covering. But yeah, it was creative process, man. It's difficult sometimes.
It is weird. It is possible to just completely lock up on a subject. I've been doing that a lot. I've been working on one of these deep dive videos for a long time. It'll get out eventually, but I gave up on it and just kind of moved forward because some of these things, it's hard to make them interesting. And of course, I find it interesting, but a lot of people may not. So.
Yeah. Darkscape is it's 2 weeks late. What's the point? Well, the point is that I want to review the entire series, right? And because reviews, honestly, whether you believe it or not, is greenfield content.
It is.
Yeah. So, it will continue to get watched as where things that we talk about and that's news items, be it entertainment or politics or whatever. There's a cycle to it. And once that cycle's over, it's done. Where reviews will, people will continue to watch.
Yeah, there's also this weird thing that if you name something that everybody wants to be invested in, for example, NFL ratings, that's unfortunately not specific. Even though you're covering a specific period of time, you get a lot of views because you weren't specific with your titling and your tags. So that becomes evergreen content, what greenfield content, what comics is talking about. But mostly reviews are gold because people want to know like where to spend their time. And that's why it's really important that you have a like and dislike button. And believe it or not, I have a video coming up about the metrics behind like and dislike. It's coming out next week. Very nice. Did I
Oh man,
cool?
from Man 242 cracks me up. Comics videos are cave drawings.
They're beautifully done cave drawings.
I guess so. How you doing, Wes?
I'm doing well. I had a little incident with the channel, so I'm currently on I believe my 8th strike that I've ever gotten on YouTube.
That is
holy shit.
insane. And by the way, I see you're still in California.
I am still in California, as you can see. The skulls and the fire. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Going to California, California, here I come, right back where I started.
Yep. How you doing, Guy Scar?
I am doing good, man. I took the day off tomorrow. Glad to be here. Tomorrow at noon, I'm on Lorena's channel. She invited me on for the lunch table, so feeling good, man.
Fantastic.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, lunch table's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's fucking cold outside right now. We're going to be minus 36 degrees Celsius.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're right. It's fucking cold. It's like, oh yeah, you're in Canada. It's way cold.
It's freezing out there, man.
It's pretty cold here, but it's not like in the negative numbers yet.
Oh, it's
be it Fahrenheit or Celsius.
Yeah, dude, C is bad. You get to 0 C, that's not a party.
Nope.
Not a party.
Not at all.
And it's 36 Celsius is what Fahrenheit?
Not warm.
Not warm. Not in the least. So who has all watched the Book of Boba Fett this week?
Begrudgingly.
It was better.
What?
It was better than last week's for sure.
It was better than last week's. That's for sure. But
Okay, well that's like
still not a good show.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't stick a fork in my eyeball today. Okay, excellent.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah. It's an improvement.
It is.
But yeah, there's still things in there I have issues with.
Okay, so seriously, arrive at this conclusion, please. If they would have started the series with the episode that they aired 4th, they'd have been better off.
Oh yeah,
yes. I would have to tell you yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because it took them 4 episodes to give them a monicum of motivation on why he's doing what he's doing. Again, I call bullshit, but whatever.
I asked a question, right, to somebody I was on a panel with not too long ago, and I said, "So when is the plot going to show up?" And it was the 4th episode. But guess what? There's only 3 left.
This is Disney content streaming service.
There's only 3 episodes left. The plot showed up in 4, so it's a 4-episode series. I mean, come on.
No, dude, it's content. That's all there is. This is content.
That's right. Yeah.
It is poorly written. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Watch content and then wait and consume more content. No.
Yeah. That's basically how it goes. Did you watch it, Wes?
I have not. Doesn't sound like I'm missing a whole lot.
No, you're really not. Guy Scar, I know you watched it.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm one of those people that consume content and rewatch content to criticize it and then like it. You know what? I mean, say what it is. It is putting people to have work, right? Those cameramen, all the special effects people and stuff like that. So, like it or not, it's providing jobs and helping the economy in one way or the other. So, and that's
for the time being.
For the time being, until the show is canceled or a one-off. But like I said, it was an improvement. I still had its issues. Did I enjoy it? Somewhat, because it was better. I'm just curious to see how this whole thing's gonna play out at the end.
Yep.
I'll
be honest with you. The only reason why I'm watching it is I blame Chris Knight.
It's true you're part of that.
Yeah.
That group A.
Yeah, I'm in group A. Yeah. For some reason, him and Danny and everybody wants me to be on their panel and talk about this stuff. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, it makes good content as far as for my channel talking about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Despite people telling me if I don't like it, I should just stop watching it, which is typically what I do when I don't like the show. But if I'm going to review it,
exactly,
I'm going to watch it and shit on it if it's bad. That is. But yeah, definitely not setting out to crap on it. But Jesus, I mean, fuck, dude, it's like this roller coaster of stupidity.
Yeah, I just can't deal with those mods people and freaking bikes. That just, oh my god, I can't.
Well, the funny thing is, I didn't catch it the first time that they're called mods, and it's like, oh my god. Now it's like, talk about on the nose. Okay, if for those of you who don't know or heard of the mod subculture, mods would ride Vespas. And that's basically what they were doing in episode 3. You have the mods riding around in Vespas. The difference is that they the mods typically wore like trench coats and wore fedoras. So I don't know much about the mods, but that's what I know of them. Oh my god, I thought that was funny. Yeah, I caught it on episode 4 where they mentioned that they're mods. And I was like, oh my god. The other thing too that didn't make sense about this episode. So this is the episode where he in the flashback, which is the majority of the episode, he finds Fennec Shan, and rather than taking her to a doctor, like, or some medical facility in Mos Eisley or Mos Espa or wherever the fuck they're at, he takes him basically to a mod ripper dock and replaces her abdomen with robot parts, which I find funny. It's like, first off, that would probably kill her. Second off, why do you leave her dressed in her clothing, which is not sanitary, and you're performing this level of surgery on somebody? Okay,
I don't like that scene at all.
Yeah, that scene was dumb, because it made no sense. Okay, and you don't have to play cyberpunk like me to understand that major surgery like that, you would be hospitalized for months.
Serious antibiotics.
Yeah. Nope. They replaced the abdomen. You could close her up. Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Not gonna close her up.
Show that work.
Because I want to show that work off. And it's just like, okay. And then they dump her off in the desert. And it's like, she would be dead. Okay.
Don't they know that sand gets into everything?
Mm-hmm.
I know. That was a terrible scene. I didn't like it.
Sand is it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but apparently not in the abdomen cavity that's been open since he hauled her ass from the fucking mod place to wherever they were. Look, this show is dumb. I mean, I would say one of my normal colloquialisms that Wes would make fun of, but it is extra dumb, and add whatever colloquialism I would normally use there. But it's just none of it makes sense.
Dumb with extra cheese and bacon.
There you go.
Cider or dumb.
Exactly.
With extra cheese.
Look, this stuff makes me crazy because I'm like, I mean, those are just the smallest elements of this that are wrong. Right, there's so much more wrong with this 4th episode. And again, if you are liking the show, please don't let me yuck your yum. Okay, we have different opinions, and that's great. But I always feel like I'm like, please engage your brain when watching material so that we aren't at odds. That's all I ask.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I was talking to one of my coworkers about this. He's like, yeah, he's a normie. I mean, he likes Star Wars. But he's a normie, right? He's not in the culture war or anything like that. And he's like, this show is dumb.
But see, that's what they're trying to do, right? Is to track those people that, have never read any EU or are just doing it for escapism, right? And they don't care what it is like for content.
Well, that's the thing I was telling Danny. It's like, dude, did you read any of the EU stuff at all? He's like, no, I've read a few things. So it's like, okay, now I understand why you like this stuff, because he wants to see more of the world of Star Wars. It's like if you were to go and read, oh God, was
Timothy
it?
Zahn.
Yeah, the Zahn,
right
Zahn
there,
novels, the Dark Empire, some of the stuff about. I know that he really loves Mace Windu, and there's a ton of material out there.
There is
on Mace Windu.
Yeah.
He would love that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's way better than what we're getting now. So complete garbage.
And if you want more depth to those kinds of stories, you have a lot of people that are lore fanatics in our fellowship, right? You got OG Star Wars, Ryan Cannell, Steve Kenobi. There's a bunch of people that talk about this stuff in depth that have real understanding because they've read everything. So, and more than once, right? And they have they get it, right? And then there's some of us that aren't quite as passionate about it, but still have read some of the material, and it doesn't connect with us when we're watching something that's completely not in line with even the tone of the lore. Right, it's not in line with the tone of the lore. Even if you just pay attention to films, which is why you have people objecting to the personification, the characterization of Boba Fett right now, because that is not a ruthless bounty hunter, and we saw a tiny little sliver of
Yeah, you saw a little bit of it, right?
Yeah,
you saw some potential,
which was refreshing to actually see. Like, okay, it took 4 episodes. Right, but
the other thing too that annoys me is that if it's okay, and I'm going to contradict myself a little bit, but not necessarily with this character. He makes these rookie mistakes. Okay, like the whole thing where he's like flying Slave One over the the
Sarlacc pit.
The Sarlacc pit. My dog is being really weird right now, and
is it still called Slave One? I thought they were gonna.
No, they renamed it.
Yeah, it's the vagina spray now.
Jeez. So anyway, what happens is he literally he tilts Slave One over, and he's like, this is I guess the problem with poor ship design, because it's fucking hilarious when they're breaking Slave One out of Jabba's palace, and he's like fucking scraping along the walls and shit, and. Like I said, he's doing all these things. Even Fennec Shan is basically expressing how I feel about the series, because she's like, "What are you doing?" Anyway, so he tilts the ship. It's literally upside down with the cockpit facing the Sarlacc pit. And the fucking Sarlacc pit grabs onto the ship and starts pulling it down. And first off, I guess maybe it has the strength to do that. But the thing that's so dumb about it, it's like that is such a rookie mistake. Now, it works for something like Indiana Jones, where he's competent, but he does dumb shit. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily sync up with this character. The thing I find so funny about it is that, he's like trying to do whatever, and Fennec Shan's like, "What's that flashing button?" She doesn't say anything. She unleashes her harness and goes to push it and drops the sonic mine or whatever. Bomb. Yeah, the bomb. Well, the thing that it's like, first off, she has no idea what that button does. But what they could have done, and which would fix all that, if he's like, "I'm holding the ship, I can't get to that switch, hit that switch." And she keeps doing these things where, she's way more competent than Boba Fett. Of course, we know why, because this is Disney. And I'm fine with her being competent. I would like for them to actually work competently together rather than her basically,
trying to outshine him.
Leading him around by the frostbite nose ring that apparently he's wearing.
Yes, that would be it. But yeah, there's times where she's like rolling her eyes, and I'm basically rolling my eyes with her on the stupidity of the show. But there's like this one thing, and I don't remember what he does, and she just gives Boba Fett the slow nod, like, "Yeah, you did it right." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Well,
like,
that scene.
Hey,
this
look,
is Boba Fett you're talking to.
And Boba just goes like, "Hey, next time, don't touch my button."
Yeah.
But you see the scene when he grabs the freaking droid and he goes, "Do you know who I am? I'm Boba Fett." I was like, that's so I didn't like that at all. But I like Fennec Shan's reaction to that. "Are you done?"
Yeah, are you done?
It was wonderful, because I'm thinking, dude, this guy is an NFL player who just got pulled over for DUI. That's what just happened right now. Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Oh god, that was so dumb. Yeah, I mean, I mean, the whole thing is slapstick. The thing I thought was really funny is that when they go and take the ship, she's basically punching out the Gamorreans herself, with her bare hands, and
which was well choreographed fights. I have to say that was nice.
Yeah, they were.
No, well, okay,
but of course he's using the gaffy stick. Yeah,
right.
It's just funny because it's like. Anyway,
but no, I want to say, look, that's her forte, right? She's always been an ass kicker, so and believe me,
which I'm fine with, honestly. I mean,
I have no issue with it.
She's much like Boba Fett. She's in the middle of her career. I expect her to be able to kick ass.
Yeah.
Which like I said, that's not my complaint. My complaint, honestly, is not with her character.
No, actually, Fennec Shan's a great character, right? But they've diminished Boba Fett. Because they were trying to elevate. This is the problem with all of this bullshit we're dealing with right now. Diminish primary successful character to bring it level with not quite well established or developed character.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing that I find so funny about it is I find myself liking Fennec Shan more than I'm liking Boba Fett.
It's not hard because Fennec Shan, but she acts within her character. Boba.
Well, she's a new character and. For being an assassin, she's acting within her character.
Yeah. Okay, so when you were introduced to her character in this version of Star Wars, right, the Disney Star Wars, she was somebody you considered awesome.
Yeah. Was she actually an EU character?
According to the lore people, I believe so. So
okay, all right. That I did not know.
I mean, Ryan's talked about Fennec before, so I'm gonna have to say. Yeah, but all I know about this is that when she was introduced in Mandalorian, it was a character you liked, even though she wasn't a good. It's like that's the important thing. We like the bad guys. Okay, Boba Fett, not a good guy. He's a bad guy. Yep. So this is why I think this show is projection 2.0, and I said it earlier in the stream with Tom, which is the writers, the people that are doing all of this to all of the things that we love in pop culture, they recognize they are also bad guys. So they are projecting the things that they want the world to see. Hey, look, we're really not all that bad, even though we're destroying all this shit. We're not bad guys. We're good guys. We're anti-heroes. No.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that's kind of funny about it. And this is something that was coming out of Marvel, but basically they're saying that this is some of the writers that they have at Marvel saying that they like the villains more because they could have more nuance with the characters and whatnot. It's like, no, you could do the exact same thing with your heroes. You just relate to the villain because that's what you are. All right, dog, you're kind of in the way. Let me get some super chats out of the way real quick. There we go. Stone Cold Jeremy. And I can't fucking scroll up. There we go. It is the rock and roll hands for $3. Thank you, Stone Cold Jeremy. How you doing, man? And scroll one down. Stone Cold. Toxic Man Flu for $5 during the Dust Bowl. Half my family moved to California. Now they are moving back. All moving back. Wow. Yeah. Nikki D for $10. Rumors suggest that Doctor Strange 2 will be choked full of cameos. Yeah, I've heard that too. If the story and characterizations are poor, do you think audiences will still flock to theaters in droves just for cameos? No.
Yes.
It depends on the cameo. I mean,
exactly.
The cameo certainly worked for Spider-Man. But I don't know. I mean, who are they going to have? Okay, what cameos? I mean,
the rumor is Tom Cruise as Iron Man and Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, as well as Wesley Snipes for Blade.
Really?
Those are the rumors. Yeah. Again, the rumors.
Yeah.
Which points to the fact that they listen to us.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
No,
yep.
That's why there's so many that have gone back to reshoots, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right now, I mean, there will not be going forward these things because they're going to try to engage us. they're trying to get to people like us. They might get some with these kinds of cameos where they reach back in time and grab people like Hugh Jackman, like several of these other people that we are now being confirmed to be cameos in the Multiverse of Madness. They are doing their very best to grab these elements if they can, right? They want to introduce their version of Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four, who's going to be Krasinski. I don't know how to say his name. I hope I got it right. But anyway,
yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and
guy
they're
from The
trying to
Office.
get him in there. So there's so many of these different elements are trying to drag in here and there, and while it may grab some people, there's going to be all of us going, okay, you're just pandering now, and we're the audience you don't pander to. You pander to those that are weak-minded, weak-positioned on the woke side of the aisle. When you try to pander to us, we reject it soundly, because you're trying to do is member bury us, and believe it or not, we can see it coming a mile away. Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong
with, I wouldn't say pandering to fans, right? I mean, it's fan service, not pandering. Fan service. There's nothing wrong with fan service. If you do things right, and that's ultimately what we want. Is we want to see what we see in the comic books, not the crappy ones that have come out in the last 20 years, but the good ones.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's what we want. We want to see good stories. I mean, Blade. That is such a great character. I mean, there's some of the best Marvel movies, and no, they're technically not Marvel movies, but the character is Blade. Wesley Snipes was fantastic. It's a shame that Blade 3 was a dumpster fire, but the first two were great. Awesome. Oh my God.
And people forget that sometimes, right? It's thanks to his movie franchise that came out during that time that actually saved their ass.
Well, and the thing is that they took a character that wasn't very popular. Was he like Z-list? Now, what would you consider Blade to be? I mean, he's not
bottom tier for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely bottom tier.
He's not quite the bottom though.
No, he's not. He's not quite the bottom. But
it was after those movies that he became more popular.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even with Captain America, Iron Man, those are C-list characters. Okay, Marvel was able to go and do a lot of things with characters that were not popular. X-Men and Spider-Man being the most popular characters that Marvel has to offer.
Well, Spider-Man was Marvel.
Yeah.
But no, I won't disagree. But again, they took these great characters that may have been D-list. That's all I'm going to give Blade. If you go lower than that, I'm going to have problems with you. But Blade was one of my favorite characters. And when they brought Wesley Snipes,
Midnight Suns, man, that was a fucking great run.
Yes.
I loved it every single moment of it, because that represented Blade to me in a way that I don't think the character could ever have been played in. I don't think the character could ever be played in any other way. That's why I'm going to have a hard time with Mahershala Ali. How do you say that? Mahershala Ali? Did I say that right?
I think so.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. That's what I just said. Yeah.
Close enough.
He's really good. He's a really good actor. Is that going to be Blade? I don't know. I need to see something. Show me something. Like, I mean, we all had questions about Deadpool, remember? Until we saw the leaked test footage that Ryan made sure got out there in the world that he'd be a good Deadpool, right? And that actually sold the studio on making the film like 3 years later. You know what I mean? So
allegedly it was Ryan Reynolds that leaked it.
Yeah, he did it on purpose. He absolutely did it on purpose. It was beautifully done. And it's one of those things where you go, okay, I see him as Deadpool. He's doing a good job.
Even when he was cast as Deadpool initially with the really bad Wolverine movie. With the bad thing. I mean, he's like, dude, he's perfect for the character.
He's perfect.
Yeah.
He's perfect. He's a merc with the mouth, right? And you know what Feige said recently? Deadpool's going to be R.
Good. We should keep him R.
But that was something that he had Ryan Reynolds said, if he comes on board for another movie, it has to be rated R. I believe that was one of the requirements.
He's got input. He's actually got input into the writing. That's the other thing that Feige let drop.
Yep.
So I feel like we might get a real Deadpool. Let me just put it that way. And I'm excited because if we get a Deadpool 3 that's worthwhile and they bring in all the people he has beef with, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, most definitely.
Toxic Man Flu for $5. There's nothing wrong with the book of blah, blah, blah that a frontal lobotomy can't fix. Yep. Absolutely. The Binary Bard for $10. With all the good work the Fellowship has been doing, I'm inspired to finally write the sci-fi novel I've been thinking about. I mean, also record some music. Good deal. Yeah, I mean, we're in a position to where if all we have is shit content, you're in a position to go and create something good. Create it.
And look at Tom McDonald right now. Dude is blowing up the internet.
Yeah, he's fucking wonderful. I'm not a huge fan of rap, but he's good.
Oh man, he's so good. He's so good.
But the main thing is that Tim Pool is spot on, which is we need to create culture. Which is if you have an idea,
make it. Now
is the time to go and make it.
Yeah, because you can defeat anything out there in the mainstream. I mean, the people you're not good.
People are starved for good entertainment, and that's the thing. If you have something, you have a good idea, and you can create something that's good, there is an audience.
There is, and you know what? Cheapest entertainment in the world is horror, which is why that's the first target that I'm going after. But what I'm going to tell you is, you making something is completely different than the industry making something. Yep. And being independent is the only way to be able to be free. That's where freedom resides, is independence.
All right.
Yep.
Freedom is glorious.
And indeed it is. Brandon the Anime Guy for $5. Hail Comics Culture which I think it was supposed to be like, WM for West Moody. Basco, Disney Star Wars drives me crazy. That's why I predominantly partake in anime these days. Never disappoints. Never disappointed. Absolutely.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see here. Before I forget, let me drop this in the private chat. And I need to close Discord because it's making me crazy right now. It keeps getting in the way. So we have this little sketch here, which I think is predominantly Culture Casino and myself. And yep, it is. Okay, so Culture, you ready? Shit.
Another death threat?
Worse. The Hutt sisters are suing me.
What? Angie?
I'm going to fuck this up. What the hell is that word? Something Hutt?
Angelique Hunt.
Angelique Hunt. Okay.
Sorry.
The Hunt sisters. Okay.
We'll try again. We'll start at the front top.
Yeah, we'll start
to the top.
Okay.
Take two.
Take two. Ah, shit.
Another death threat?
Worse. The Hunt sisters are suing me.
Angie?
Angelique Hunt.
Margie?
Margelique Hunt.
Sally too?
Sally K. Hunt.
Why?
They are representing 540 guys named Dicks.
That's dumb.
It's a stupid sketch.
Do I get a line?
No,
I'm sorry, Wes. I'm sorry. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Elagabalus, for the $3. That was pretty funny.
God, I love you, man. God, those are so fun. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Good times. Eric K, thanks for swatting the bots and keeping the chat clean.
And also 70s, because you've been whining about it so much, I gave you a wrench.
Ooh, that's wrenchy.
Indeed. It's wrenching my soul. Toxic Vespa Flu, the mod for $5. Vespas are Italian. Mobsters are Italian. Blah, blah, Fett is a mobster. Story idea.
That's probably the depth that the story group went to on this when they shot some ideas at Favreau, who spit out some treatments that got turned into rough scripts while they were on the set shooting the shit.
Yep. Ruben Christopher Haynes for $4.99. No bullshit. I missed a call today for a job as a senior technical program manager at Disney. Would you take it? I would get fired on my first day.
Go ahead.
Well, I number of years ago, way before. Well, I want to say way before. In the before times. It was before The Last Jedi came out. Disney was courting me. But I told them no. I wasn't about to move to Seattle.
I think everybody has been headhunted by Disney before.
Yeah. I got hit up by a lot of big companies, and I still do on occasion. Blair, $5.
Can I shoot an answer at that too?
What?
Ruben, I would take it because that gives you a chance to spy on the inside to get all the data you can distribute to your fellow humans, including Chris Rufo. Just a thought.
Yep, that's true. Blair for $5. Fennec Shan unleashes her harness.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I think that was from earlier when I bought that up.
Let me tell you, Ming Na Wen still.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh,
sign me up.
Yes.
Jessica Biel, man, or Jessica Biel. She's pretty hot.
Still smoking, dude. I'm telling you right now, ladies of my particular generation, smoking.
Oh yeah, like a fine wine,
That's right.
Damn straight. Darius Munchausen for $1.49 with a super sticker of a box of popcorn. How you doing, Darius? Toxic Vespa flew the mod for $5. Boba Fett emerged from the Sarlacc pit looking like he has spent 20 years with my second ex-wife. Well, that's another thing that was dumb, dude. Is like he fucking went back into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah. Not
wearing the Beskar armor, but wearing his robes that were not melting off from the acid, by the way. That shit was kind of dumb.
That's what I said on my show. They said, "Oh, maybe they were smoking in it," but you would have seen smoke, and that was another
that was another dumb scene because the whole thing is like when they pulled him out, it's like it out. And again, we have no sense of time or how long he was in there, but it's like the cloth part of his outfit completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's
some serious Tuscan garments, man. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, some serious Tuscan garments. Yeah.
But apparently they came out that he was someone did the math. Apparently he was with the Tuscan for 5 years.
That was the thing I was trying to figure out too, because he says I was with them for years, or he makes a comment about it being years. So it's like, how long was it with the Tuscans then? Because it seemed like it was like a week, maybe 2. A month?
Flashback week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently it was like 4 years, 4 to 5 years.
You
can only go so far without a tribe.
Yeah. Yes, that would make sense according to the series, but it doesn't make sense. Pope Metallicus the First for $5. Watching Disney Star Wars is like getting that toy you always wanted for Xmas Christmas, and it broke in the box. Oh my God, tell me about it.
I'm now I need to have a scientific argument, and nobody here is going to even care. But if you sent a sonic bomb into a acid-laden environment, would you not essentially dissipate the acid into the surrounding elements because it would be pressurized against them? And obviously you have to have counterbalance to the acid, which would be something incredibly base, like the outside lining of the actual Sarlacc itself.
Well, I have no idea if that was actually a sonic bomb. I jokingly call it the sonic bomb.
No. I think it was. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, is it actually a sonic bomb?
Yeah. So my guess is if that's the case,
because if you've ever watched the Aeronauts with their Star Wars series that they did, it explodes and unleashes base. It's the base bomb.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's like acid and base neutralize each other. So wouldn't that essentially have removed the acid in the Sarlacc, or like essentially dispersed it into? I have so many problems with this.
The acid would shoot up on the ship. Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Well,
it's confirmed, by the way, Culture, that
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't. It says it in the episode.
Yeah, it's Beskar.
It is not the fire spray. Eat a bag of stuff. I'm mad at this.
It shall always be the slave one.
It is.
Yep.
It is. And yet you like this show.
I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it.
I am watching it. I will tell you if I like it by the end of the series.
Did the plot show up for you, Gaskar? Did the plot show up this episode for you?
Yeah, actually, it tied up some things, but I'm telling you, it's not so far. It hasn't stolen everything away. So
it hasn't stolen everything away. No, just bits and pieces here and there.
Bits and pieces. Yeah. It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Bits and pieces and bits and pieces and
it's a mosaic.
My creation.
A mosaic of crap.
Gaskar, I love you, dude, but come on.
Well, I got a question for you, man. Are you at all beginning to question the direction that they're going with Star Wars when it comes to Disney?
Definitely. Ever since the freaking trilogy that they brought out, man. I was like, what is this?
Does it make you rethink everything about The Mandalorian, though?
You know what? These shows haven't made me want to watch them again. And that says something. Because if something's good, you would want to rewatch it.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And
I have not seen...
there's nothing there that I like. And this goes to Marvel as well. I won't watch Falcon Winter Soldier again.
No.
I might watch an episode if a movie comes out that they're tying it in. I might go back to watch to see how that works. But watch the WandaVision, not watching that again.
Yeah.
It's not worthy material to go back and watch it. Did I enjoy it? Did I pass the time when I did watch it? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Maybe. But will I go watch it again? No. So for me, it has no rewatch value.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not signed up to any of this stuff. It's like I'm not watching the next episode out of even with the sense of obligation that I have to finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to agree with what Marby Dog says there's no coming back from green titty milk.
No, there isn't.
Or the firing of Gina Carano.
Or this taking the lightsaber and doing this.
Absolutely.
Oh, did you see the people trying to justify that? Well, he threw it in Return of the Jedi.
What?
Did he?
Yeah. Well,
at the very end with the Emperor.
Yeah, but that was
matters.
The difference. That exactly. He was like, there was meaning why he threw it.
There was history, so that it's a good. It justifies it. It justifies it. God, fucking shut up.
He lost the lightsaber when his hand got chopped off. Oh, so there it justifies it. It justifies. Fuck you very much.
Yeah, rant, CC, rant.
This stuff pisses me off because you've accomplished your mission. You've torn down everything that's good. And there will be, after Amazon airs its first several episodes of Lord of the Rings, The Second Age, craptastic terribleness, they will have accomplished it all.
So I take it you think it's going to suck.
It will suck. It will suck so bad in so many different ways that we have at least a month and a half of content.
All right. Okay.
So one thing somebody just pointed out too, it's like I was thinking about it. It's like Boba Fett should know that his armor would not be in the Sarlacc pit. I mean, hands down. I mean, he emerged from the Sarlacc pit and passed out wearing it.
It wasn't even freaking Beskar. That pisses me off. Is Durasteel. His Durasteel armor. He wasn't a real freaking Mandalorian. You know what? I'm not doing it. I'm freaking pissed off. I'm not doing it.
So you're saying they should have kept Durasteel ever since the Mandalorian?
Well, when did they actually specifically say that his armor was Durasteel?
Wow.
That was an EU.
No, I mean honestly, I don't know.
No, it was like early EU stuff when they fleshed him out completely. He has a lot of books, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff with Boba Fett in it.
Yeah, there is. I'll be honest with you, I haven't read it.
He's incredibly fleshed out, and they were even referring to Durasteel in the Mandalorian. Right. And everything else. It's just it frustrates me because there's a distinction between the two. Right. And because he's not a real Mandalorian, it's Durasteel. The only reason he has the thing in his hat, his helmet, is because it's a Durasteel hat.
You tell with the dent?
Yeah. That's not Beskar.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It's frustrating.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, going back to what you said, Guy Scar, about rewatchability.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem with this stuff, is it zero rewatchability. But
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the closest they got to actually something that was really good, in my opinion, was that first 8 minutes of Falcon and Winter Soldier, where he's flying around doing all that shit and kicking ass. That was badass, man. If
that's the best opening episode from all.
That was I mean, first best 8 minutes of a Disney series, honestly. If they had that throughout the entire show, it would have been good. But no, not even close. They had to make it about identity politics and racism and all this shit. No, man, I want to see fucking, the Falcon flying around kicking ass and saving the world. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see him go to the bank and try and get a loan.
Yeah, that was dumb. That pissed me off. Bring me back to that moment. I was so pissed.
I was glad I was not the only one who was angry about that. Sorry, Culture. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, because this feeds into it. My favorite Falcon and Captain America stories were told in the comics, and I even got, as a child, the album that I fell asleep to every night. The Falcon and Captain America, A Phoenix Shall Arise was my favorite comic album, right? Because I had the comic book, I had the album, I could put on the LP, and I could pass the hell out. And it was a great story, right? And I know a lot of people don't remember that, but like there were comic books that were so important that they became stories that would be played. Like people did voice acting and sound effects and all of this stuff. Go out and find them. They're incredible. And that is pure comic. If you wanted to go out and tell a story that was based on those two and their friendship, fantastic. If you want to tell a piece of comic from 2004 forward, you had crap content. 2004 forward, the content got progressively worse. And while there are still good comics written in 2004, when I stopped, they're essentially, when you get to 2014, you had a decade of rot already. And then from there, it got woke as fuck. And that's not storytelling. And that's what you're getting now. And you're getting that everywhere. And as you guys were talking about rewatchability. Have you gone back and watched any of the Star Wars?
No.
Disney Star Wars?
No, I haven't.
You can't. There's no value there. You because of the way it ended, without significant moments being represented in a honorable way. You don't care. Again, you took this beautiful idea of Hidden Fortress and you shat on it.
Yeah. The thing that kind of annoys me about all this, going back to rewatchability, is I as a kid, this is obviously before everybody had a DVD player or a VHS player or whatnot. I had the cassette for Star Wars. It was basically kind of like an abridged telling of it, right? Radio drama type thing.
Yeah.
I
remember having the record one as well.
Yeah.
Right, the one with the record, and they actually flipped, and you had like scenes.
Book. Yeah.
I
had that, but I had the cassette, and it wasn't like that. It was a little bit different. It was like maybe like an hour long, and I would listen to that every single night as a kid. Loved it so much.
There was. Do you know how many albums like that I had as a kid?
I had a lot.
Cassette tapes or any of that stuff. I mean, there was stuff that if I needed to go to sleep because I wasn't allowed to read because my parents would check on me because it'd be like 11, 12, 1 a.m. I'd still be reading. They would. I wasn't a good kid. They would come in. They would get pissed because I wasn't asleep. And so if I knew that I was going to get checked on a lot and actually had stuff to do the next day that wasn't school because I gave two shits, they would actually come in and make sure I was sleeping at like 9 or 10. So what I would do is I take that little tape recorder, right, that little boxy piece of shit with the silver screen on top of it, which I had the AC plug, even though I had batteries, and I'd plug it into the wall, and I hit the play button and I would listen to that, or I'd put the record album on. But before that album finished, I was passed out. Right? It's just those things were important. It because those stories were good, and they were so good we wanted to hear them again and again and again and again. And when we got a VHS player recorder in the house, which was very early on, we had one. I don't know why, but my stepdad was a technical freak show. My biological dad was also one in his own way. So very early on, we had the ridiculous push down with all your might buttons to hit the play button, because it was mechanical. Remember, you did it took like a 20-pound weight to make that thing go down, and you would play that VHS tape of Star Wars and wear it out and beg for a new copy.
Yep, pretty much. I want to get to Modelicious comment because it's fucking great. Toxic Vespa, the mod. All right, Toxic Vespa Flu, the mod for $10 because sometimes you just got to get the retard out. Soy Wars on Disney Plus, featuring Indenture Servitude 1.
Slave 1.
Bobita Fett, the non-binary Mamdalorian. I always like my new favorite thing is the Blandalorian. Anyway, visiting underserved planets and spreading the science of
reoperations.
Reoperations. So I thought through the power of the Force. Oh my God.
You're not allowed to say reparations on YouTube? Guess
not. Motorlicious for $5. Falcon and Bucky should have been two bro-vet story. Would they come together to fight a new bad guy? Absolutely. That's what I was hoping they're going to do. But no self-respecting black man.
Holy shit.
Did you get angry when you saw that guy's car?
Which part? No self-respecting black man?
Back in Falcon Winter Soldier, when he said no self-respecting black man would carry the shield or something like that.
Do better, Senator. Do better.
You know what? Was that him? Was that Sam that said that, or was it when he was talking with?
That's when he was talking with the other guy.
With I forgot his name. The other black person there, the
Black Captain America.
Yeah, Black Captain America, the one that went through all the You know what? It didn't make me upset. I kind of understand. It was different times and different period where he went through, right? So he was still living off the past. So that's what made me understand. It didn't get me upset, but like I said, remember when we started talking about in that roundtable that they were going to make it a racial agenda throughout the episode, right? But no, I wasn't upset with it because I kind of took it towards his character and the things that he must have gone through, So I wasn't upset with it, but I get why people could be bothered about it, but I wasn't upset with it. I just completely just took it as it is and moved on. I didn't linger on it.
I didn't like it because that was basically what they were trying to do with the entire series, right? And it's the reason why they took it in that direction, in my opinion.
No, they didn't really need to do that.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. Yeah. MrGrantGregory for $5 didgeridoo. Hey, panel. I miss the days of cassette tapes and Betamax tapes. The excitement of going to the video store and getting the latest tape was exhilarating. Yeah.
That was awesome. Those were awesome times, man. Like, it's funny because my wife and I were just talking about that the other day. We were like, remember Blockbuster going up the street on the weekends? The weekend would come and it was like
had the movie or not?
Yeah, it was a communal thing. You would see a bunch of people from your street all going to this video store, picking the smell of popcorn and all that. Life's way too easy now.
Yep.
Yeah. I had to actually pull my daughter's teeth out. Like, oh, you have no more bus tickets? You're gonna stop at the I was about to say Dip Runner, over here we say Dip Runner, but like a 7-Eleven, you're gonna get tickets on your card and you're gonna walk home, right? My wife's like, how can you do that? I'm like, my God, it's cold outside. She's Canadian. I walked through worse storms. And she did it. She came home today with a smile on her face. She's like, Dad, the wind was blowing in my face and my tears were freezing. Welcome to the Great North, daughter.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that kind of bothers me is the fact that most people these days are not prepared for any kind of hardship.
No.
Be it actual hardship or just like a bad day or whatever. Not adversity, but conflict.
But also,
I feel like the millennial generation and maybe Gen Z as well, probably worse with Gen Z, is that they're not prepared to deal with any kind of actual conflict.
I think the millennials turned around though because there was some hardship that was foisted upon them.
Yeah. No, again, not all millennials. Obviously.
No, go ahead, Wes.
Oh well, here's what I've observed, and I've observed that whatever generation grew up, their formative years, their childhood years, were through the Great Recession. They seem to kind of know what's going on and be a little bit tougher than the others. They should almost kind of be like, like I'm considered Xennial because I'm in between 75 and 80. I was born in 77, so I'm not quite an Xer.
No, I think that actually that just considered you to be Gen X. You are Gen Xer.
Yeah, I'm still a Gen X, but they analog childhood, digital adulthood. Well, those kids that went through that mess, they came out different than the Zoomers and the other millennials. It's pretty palpable, actually. But folks that are like 27, 28, 29 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I look at it and I'm like, the hardship that we were just talking about, and Wes, you know what this is like because when you grew up, we experienced hardship, right? And life had a challenge. Disappointments were real. You had actual letter grades; those had consequences. You had
people actually flunked out of school.
Yeah, I mean
that used to be a thing, right? I mean, not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you'd get to the end of high school as a senior, you possibly didn't graduate. You'd have to go back, try to figure out how to make that diploma happen. Sometimes it was a GED, right, to get your shit together, right. And it's like, look, I mean, that was real. I mean, there were consequences, which is why, again, back then we had minimum wage jobs. Those were starter jobs. Those are not living wage jobs. Those jobs were handled by young people that were just starting off in life. Believe me, you were not renting an apartment even back then for $3.25 an hour. That was not going to get you by, and so it's like, look, I mean, the world doesn't operate minimum wage, right? No. Minimum wage is not.
We're getting also off track.
Shit. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah. What is this? Yelling at parked cars? What's going on?
Yeah, I was having flashbacks of yelling.
It's funny how we always go back to that, right? I know it's pretty cool, but it's all connected.
Oh, it is. It literally is all connected. But part of the issue. The reason why I try and keep the politics out of Thursday is mainly because of the fact that we all need escapism, right? We all need to get away from it.
Yeah, a minute. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. More delicious for another $5. Disney dumped on the sacrifice of my dark green brothers and sisters by saying that my friends died so Disney can play the game. Noted.
Yeah, that's true. Not 100% wrong.
Have you guys seen Moon Knight? The trailer?
I did.
All right. I got it queued up here. Yeah. I have not watched it yet, by the way.
You haven't?
I have not.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to give you my reaction live, folks.
Could you make it smaller?
One sec. You're a dick.
I am.
All right, let me.
Can't help it.
Nope, it's full screen. That's why. Never mind.
Wow. Oh, well, you have one of those weird long monitors then.
Yes, I do.
Nah.
Yeah, I have a long monitor.
You're forgiven.
Okay. All right.
That's what she said.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life
and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
Day and night. In my mind. I think I'm losing it. Day and night.
Real catch.
You need to pause it real quick.
You bloody use.
Yeah. So first and foremost, to me, and this was my first reaction, so I'm going to give you the first reaction that I had to the trailer. While within Mark Spector's character there exists the lots of disorders, including a multi-personality disorder, I really felt like really soon you're going to see that it feels like they're kind of leaning into that way too much compared to the comics. I've relaxed that since then. I don't know. Have you guys seen this more than once, this trailer?
Yes.
What'd you think, Gaskar? Am I close?
Well,
what did you think?
Well, I'm not really familiar with Moon Knight, so I can't.
Yeah, neither am I.
Like yesterday, I had G Major, who apparently read the comic books, and he was saying that exact thing. You know, that there's
too much.
They're playing a different. They're playing. They're going. It seems like they're going a different route.
Yeah, RMB, like you said, RMB would be the guy to bring in here because he and I were like guys that got into this comic in particular. Okay. He took a lot of his early books, if not all of his early books, and turned them into his own omnibus that's hardbound, which is really cool.
Yep.
But anyway,
I read some of the Max Bemis stuff mainly because Max Bemis is a fucking psycho.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's funny. It's like, let's get the crazy person to write a book about the crazy guy.
Person. Yeah, they did a good job with that. But actually, I'm going to break this up for you because there's music in here that's going to get you copywritten. So.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I ran it. I didn't get struck, so you should be fine.
Okay. It's just the music.
Stevie.
Stephen. I can't tell the difference between life and dream.
You know, if they actually have the costume, that would be a bonus.
They do.
For how long is what I'm getting at. You know how Disney is.
No. Considerable.
All right.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
Now,
I
mind
used
you,
to have one of those.
Yep.
Now, mind you, Mark Spector is a CIA agent.
Okay.
Keep going.
What's that? MI6 then?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
It must be very difficult.
Ethan Hawke, baby.
Voices in your head.
What's that?
That's Ethan Hawke, baby.
Mm.
There's chaos in you.
That's Ethan Hawke.
This is
The
amazing.
hippie.
Watch this.
Embrace the chaos.
There you go.
Holy shit, they actually have the costume.
They do, dude.
It actually looks like the costume, too.
And it is. And it will be going. There's absolutely a lot of that in there. And the kid, this is the saddest thing in the world. So this trailer dropped the next day. The kid that's in it, that's going to be Midnight Man. It was, by the way, if you know the comics, he's integral in the story. So it's going to be jacked up. He died in a skiing accident.
Yeah.
Gaspar Ulliel. And it was terrible news because they were in the midst of doing reshoots in various locations. And it's, God, I hope they don't recast him because he's perfect for Midnight Man, but they're going to have to recast him in the second season because you can't tell this in one season. Moon Knight is a fucking long epic story and it's beautiful, and I will not spoil it for anybody because not everybody's read those books. So it's just, it's great.
I mean, admittedly, the trailer's got me interested.
It does, but
out of anything they put out, I mean, this actually looks good.
Everything that I heard going into this got me pumped, and people that I know who were involved were like, "This is going to be amazing." They're like going to dive into this character. And I was like, that's great. And then I realized, okay, it's great, except that they're diving into it because they're trying to normalize mental illness. So I'm like, fuck.
Well, yeah. I mean, the character is mentally ill.
But he's mentally ill for a lot of various reasons, and we'll find out why.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like I said, I don't know much about Moon Knight. I just remember one of the girls that worked at my comic shop was something. He's like, you should read it. I'm like, why? He's like, basically Batman. I'm like,
no, not just Batman. Oh my god.
Well, yeah. I mean, the comic, or not the comic. Sorry, the costume looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know how often they're going to have him in it, though. That's kind of the big thing. I mean, as far as trailers go, this is probably one of the better trailers that Disney has put out, because I mean, you compare this like to the Eternals. I'm like, this one actually. I'm like,
God, don't talk about the Eternals.
Yeah, Danny's favorite movie.
I actually watched it when it premiered again on Disney Plus.
No,
and I was watching it. Yeah, I was watching with the missus because she didn't see it.
Shit.
My wife looked at me after an hour and a half. She goes, "Bae, I love you, but this is crap." 5 minutes later, she was snoring next to me.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so bad."
Yeah,
it was really bad.
Yeah, and you're gonna get multiple episodes of this show, reportedly between 40 and 50 minutes long. This will be the one thing that Marvel Disney Plus thing does that I will actually be excited for. Outside of WandaVision, which originally I was told everything I was told, and then right before the show aired, I got told the last 3 episodes, and I went, fuck. So this time, at least, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, as trailers go, this is a good trailer. Okay, it piques interest, but this is the problem. Which Mags brings up: will Moon Knight be as intense on Disney Plus platform though? Yeah, exactly, and that's the issue. This is Disney Plus. Okay, that's the problem, right? It's because if this was HBO Max, I would say yes.
But they have 2 platforms, and this has been the whole problem the whole time. This is Kevin Feige. I covered this. Like, is Hulu going to continue to have Marvel content? Right now, the answer to that is no. Because MODOK is not going to get renewed, Hitmonkey is not going to get renewed, and you're going to have all of that fall by the wayside. They just named, like either yesterday or today, the guy that's going to replace the Kelly that was over at Hulu and put him in charge. He's a guy that started over at Disney Plus. So there's Disneyfying Hulu. So the question is, are they going to start to put some adult content that's Marvel related, Star Wars related, something over on Hulu, right? And so far the answer is no. So you're gonna get not quite exactly what you want out of this series, but I hope it's gonna just skate that edge. It'll be the one show maybe that skates that edge.
Yep.
We'll see.
All right, Metalicious for $2. The movie is called Eternals because it never ends. Oh God, tell me about it. I was so bored in the theater. Vince Womack. Keep in mind that the production companies do not cut the trailers. Yes, I am aware of that. And the job, this is how it's supposed to work, right? The job of the trailer is to try and get you to want to go and see it, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen some really fantastic trailers, and I watched the movie. It's like, that movie sucked balls.
And I promise you, I will do the same due diligence I did with everything else. And if I hear right towards the time that it's going to air, I will tell you what I heard, and you can either believe me or not believe me. But so far, I've got a decent track record there. So there you go.
Yeah. Maybe Human also points out that Moon Knight trailer looked to me like New Mutants, a lot of cheap mental health shots in the dark.
And that's the problem right now, right? That's the only thing I had an issue with, and I think Gaskar's had as a friend who was into it. I'm worried that they're leaning too far into the mental health stuff, because there's a lot of depth to this character. There's a reason he's the way that he is. There's a reason that Midnight Man enters his life. There's a reason for all of the things that happen to this character. They need to tell the story the right way so that the audience gets invested in it, because the character is brilliant. It's a beautiful character. And everybody around him is incredible, and their backstories are rich and deep. I mean, Midnight Man is a cat burglar. He's an art thief. He's a jewelry thief. These are incredible characters in this story. And again, being possessed by an Egyptian god, that's pretty awesome. So anyway, that is what it is.
Yep.
I don't know anything about it. So I just only have to judge it off the trailer. And I don't know. The only thing that stuck out is Oscar Isaac doing a British accent. What?
Yeah.
Sorry. That's all I can really contribute to it. I don't know. I'll wait till it comes out. You guys can tell me about it. I trust your judgment.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like how the suit just wraps around him, right? Because apparently that's not how it's the cloak, apparently, that in the books that is the main thing, right? Yeah.
But the goal is to just envelop him. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't mind the ability of them to do some more fancy stuff, but it does look incredible. It just does.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the more, interesting looking things that's going to come out on Disney Plus. That's for sure. I mean, overall, I mean, nothing I've seen the trailer for that got me really excited. Even The Mandalorian, I wasn't like super excited about it, mainly because at that point, to me, Star Wars was dead. And I got to the point too where the MCU is dead, mainly because the trash they've been putting out. I can't say with confidence that this show will be good based off the trailer, right? Because I know how these shows end. They end in disappointment. Okay. I mean, so yeah, I'm definitely on the more cautious and skeptical side of things, but the trailer looks pretty good. I can say that, be honest with you. But
you always have hope.
But wait a minute. Sometimes they start with disappointment, like Book of Boba Fett.
Sometimes they start with disappointment and end with disappointment.
Well, it's not over yet. I'm still here for hope.
When did the plot show up, Gaskar? When did we get a plot?
Say around 4. Yeah, okay, 4.
So when should that plot have shown up?
Episode 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love
if your show's plot arrives on episode 4, you're doing something wrong.
I promise this is the weirdest thing. It's why I give every show 3 episodes to get me, right? And of course,
dude, you're very gracious, man. I mean, some things I won't give the full episode. Which kind of dovetails into one of the topics I wanted to talk about. Peacemaker. Is anyone watching that show?
Oh no, 300. Okay, so it premiered. These are Samba numbers, not mine. It premiered to 367,000 interested parties.
Really?
I watched 40. How long was that? It was an hour long. I don't remember the full length of the episode. I saw a little over half of it. And I was like, this. I mean, and even then, I was like, this show is fucking stupid.
Okay,
Danny texted me. He's like, what do you think of Peacemaker? I was like, I haven't seen the whole thing.
Same with me. I told him.
I don't like it. He's like, yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I told him I don't even plan. Yeah, he didn't like it.
Yep.
I told him straight off. I don't plan on watching it. Unless I get invited to some show that that we're going to talk about it, and I might just binge watch a couple of episodes, but no.
The only reason why I watched it is because we were talking about it on FNT, and so I caught the first episode, or not even a full episode. I caught part of it, and I was like,
apparently,
it has some funny moments, but this is definitely James Gunn's worst thing he's ever done.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. There's
I have even better updated numbers, right? So I'm going to give you the 4-day numbers from Samba TV. I'm sharing it right now. This is their graphic. Ready?
Okay.
There it is.
Wow. That's really fucking low.
Now, the way you understand the industry, right, is you take that number and essentially multiply it times 2, and you have exactly what the viewership was, because this is just a little under half of the viewership based on Samba TV panel televisions.
Mhm.
And then you have Roku, which is essentially a larger chunk of the audience, so it makes up. So about 50, it's not really 50-50, it's like 46-54. But, Roku essentially is going to take this number and double it. So there you go. 1.3, if you're being generous, 1.3 million people watched it in its first 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it suffers from a lot of tropes with modern entertainment.
It does.
Because he's basically a dumbass and everybody's more competent than him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What show has HBO Max brought out that has done any well? Do you guys know?
Well, they have that Euphoria show with the chick that I never thought could act that actually did a little bit of acting in the latest Spider-Man film. What's her name? Zendaya. Right? Zendaya is in Euphoria. Is that right? I think so.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I don't care button way too early on stuff.
Right.
Oh wait, here we go. Actually, I have a Euphoria numbers from
Dune. Marby Dog brings up Dune. That was
Dune?
but that was the movie. That wasn't the series though.
Yeah,
but Dune was released in theaters first overseas.
Okay,
right?
so Peacemaker did so shitty. These are Samba numbers. Peacemaker did so shitty that the first night, the premiere night of Euphoria, kicked its ass. Premiere night, it rocked 524,000 people. Just one night, not 4 days. One night.
Oh, okay. So that was 4 days
It was 4 days.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Whoops.
That's bad. That's really bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Which means about 1 million people watched this the first night. Wow.
Yeah.
But these numbers are, you can kind of take them to the bank because they're tracked digitally, so they know. They actually know. And HBO will come out and say, oh yes, 1.1 million people. Eventually they're going to give you the number between Roku, the Chromecast people. There's not many of those. And there's a lot of those devices, but there's not many of those watching this stuff on it. And then you got, of course, Samba, which is the, TVs that have the built-in sound.
Right.
So it's like, these are the things I pay attention to because I'm interested in the business of television. And the only way to track streaming is through the digital tracking methodology. Now, very soon, Nielsen will have direct access to the Roku data with the Nielsen One product, and they'll be able to extrapolate from there every other digital response to whatever's being aired. The problem is, do you know how Samba tracks these data points?
Nope.
Through the minutes viewed. Do you know what they track in minutes viewed?
Enlighten me.
The first 5 minutes of something.
Really?
For the
That's
most
it?
part. For the most part. They'll track the entire thing, but for the most part, that's the numbers you get. Now, when you get numbers directly from a service, they will give you those tracking data in lots of different forms. They'll give it to you in minutes watched, which is why the Witcher series, I covered that in a video yesterday. They will track it in millions of minutes, right? So, but when they tracked the most recent Witcher data, they tracked both season 1 and season 2. They tracked all of the episodes together. So it had a giant number because people went back that had already watched season 1, watched it again. So they get ready for season 2 and watch season 2. So it artificially supported the numbers upward, even though the actual audience stayed exactly the same, essentially. Really weird.
Right.
But that's how they did it. Go ahead.
How the hell do they track? Because I read an article where they said Black Widow lost about 600 million due to pirating. How do they know?
But that's artificial. Okay, they take
that is very artificial. Part of my problem when they say that something is lost because of pirating, those people wouldn't have paid money to go see it to begin with. So in all reality, they didn't lose anything. It's like when Marvel Comics panders to SJWs, and it's funny because when I used to cover this shit, I had someone came into my comments and I started talking to him. He was like, "What are you reading?" He lists all the stuff. I was like, "Did you buy those?" He's like, "No, I read them off the internet." Yeah, this is your audience, Marvel. This is the audience that you're pandering to. People who don't give you money.
Remember when they released the CD with all of the X number of years of Marvel Comics on it, and people just copied it and posted it up on the internet? You have no idea how many people have read these books now because they got it for free off the internet.
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, if you want to see how ridiculous those numbers are, I've got another sample for you. I was going to do a video on this, but it's gone now. So here we go. This is the problem with having so much data all the time. Superman, Lois and Naomi, their premiere viewership, these are live plus same day. So anybody who watched these live or watched them DVR same day, Superman and Lois got 420,000 viewers on its first airing.
Okay.
Naomi got 313,000 on its first viewing, which is really, by the way, Naomi premiered at one of the lowest levels of a CW show that is premiered at, which I don't care about, but it is what it is. The audience together combined, only 127,000 of those actually overlapped as far as the audience goes, which is just disappointing, I bet you, for CW.
The funny thing is I had no idea they were doing a Naomi TV series.
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't cover it. I gave up on covering.
Well, I know Az has been reviewing it, but I mean, literally up to the point when they released it, I had no idea.
Yeah, so this is data collected on January 11th, the premiere dates. So you had Superman and Lois at 420, which is like one of their highest shows they have right now. And that's still respectable, right? Because again, you have premium television service that we just covered with Euphoria at 524,000. This is only 100,000 behind that on free television. Okay. And in its first day, it did, Superman and Lois did almost as much, or just 2/3 as much as 4 days worth of Peasemaker. So when you start to break it down in those ways, and then you start to look at the overall viewership, HBO Max has not hit a whole lot of home runs. I guess that's the whole point of what I was trying to say. And that would have been the video for tomorrow, but or I should say Tuesday next week, but I'm not making that one apparently. So
I'm actually enjoying that series, Superman was.
Oh yeah.
It's really a lot of people are. They're saying it's great.
First season was incredible. Based on what I've heard, because I didn't get to see it yet, the first episode of Superman and Lois wasn't rocking the box, but
it was still decent. Yeah, it was decent.
Okay. All right.
All right, Mags waiting for FS6 for $5. If they start with disappointment and end in disappointment, does that mean my expectations are subverted? I'm confused. Oof.
Yeah, no, they aren't subverted, is what she said. And
aren't
subverted. If you start at shit and you end at shit, you didn't subvert anybody's expectations. I agree with you. Except that why finish it? This is the problem I'm running into now. Why are we watching these things?
Well, for me, to create content. I'll be honest with you. The only reason why I'm watching Book of Boba Fett is to review
Wait a minute. Does that make you a shill?
No, I'm pretty sure it does not make me a shill.
A grifter. No, that's the word. You're a grifter.
I'm pretty sure it makes me a grifter, though.
Yeah. You and Jeremy and Ryan Cannell and all these amazing YouTubers out there that are making content to get views and clicks and money.
Oh my God, a YouTuber who actually wants people to watch videos. Seriously, why do you think people make videos?
Exactly.
For people to watch.
Yeah, I make them because I'm going, why are you like setting this money on fire?
That's another thing too. Honestly, it's because I'm getting a kick out of pissing on somebody shiny at this point.
I don't like to do that. I hate yucking somebody's yum, which is why I don't do it. I mean, if you're enjoying stuff, great.
No, I'm not talking about the audience. I'm talking about Disney.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like, dude, hey, would it have been more effective to, I don't know, line all this money up and make letters out of it to say something nice about somebody, light it on fire, and would that have not made more impressions on people than, what you just put out there in the world as content?
Yeah. Well, on top of that too, I mean, if I was actually lying about my opinion, I would say that would be grifting, but I'm actually giving you my honest opinion when I review something. If the show does something good, I'll point it out. If it does something dumb, like I said, even with my episode 2 review, it's an improvement over what we got, but the bar was set pretty fucking low.
Well, yeah, Disney Star Wars, the first 3 films or 5 films, lowered the bar to the ground.
Well, I mean, that series itself also lowered the bar. Anyway.
No, well, that's the thing. You thought they could not possibly achieve less, and they did.
Yep. Common Nerd for $4.99. I'm going to be optimistic either way with Moon Knight. Either it's a great or we get to roast it and make a video. Exactly. It's exactly it. I mean, for me, it's a win-win. If it's good, it means I enjoyed it. If I didn't, I get to roast it.
It's all about perspective.
Yep.
But here's the
either way, it's a win-win.
It is because I want to praise a show. You guys don't even realize in the worst way. I want to say, wow, this is amazing. These are the 300,000 reasons why.
Yep. Oh, here's the thing. There are good stuff, and one of these days I'll make a fucking Arcane review. Arcane is entertaining. It really is.
I've watched the first episode. Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I have to continue watching it.
Yeah, dude, seriously. I watched Critical Drinker's review on it. I started watching it that day. I was planning on making a video, and I just kept watching the series.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I watched maybe the first 4 episodes that day. Wow. And I was just like, damn, this is fucking good.
All right. I'm sold.
It's got some storytelling in it.
I'm sold. I'm jumping in. It's fine.
Yep.
The animation's amazing.
Oh god, the animation's good, and the characterization is also good, and all this fun stuff. I mean, it's good. It is legit good. It's got its issues, but it's a good story. It's fun. I mean, like I said, it's one of those that I was intending on watching maybe an episode or 2, and I was gonna watch the first episode and do a video, and I just kept watching. And I was like, oh, look at that. It's past midnight.
Oh, it does.
I should probably go to bed. And then I finished the series the next day, which also prevented me from creating anything as well. But oh my God, that show was great. It's very good. Toxic Man Flu for $5. Trailers are like ex-wives, exciting preludes to the hide the crazy that destroys your soul.
Dude, I've been there.
Nice.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Wait, but I didn't have to worry about that. I'm not going to get into that. There's certain times women's be crazy. Certain times dudes be crazy. You just have to dive into each other's crazy.
Yep. Clint Folsom for $5. Thanks for asking the pirating question. I've been stumped on that for a couple weeks. I mean, if they can track pirating, is it really pirating? I want to say they actually can. They can because I believe certain news groups that deliver this content does track those numbers of downloads. So yeah, I think they can to a point track some of that stuff.
Yeah, but within the torrent sphere, here's the problem: what they can't find out is who actually views it.
No, they can't. They can't tell who views it, but they can tell people have downloaded it.
But that doesn't count. That's the problem.
No.
It's like so who actually viewed this? Because torrents are multiple file shares that are spread around the world. Just because you have downloaded something and shared it doesn't mean you actually are viewing it. This is the problem with the way they calculate it. This is a problem with math, kids. They don't actually know. It's not it's not something that they track. It's not like cryptocurrency where a hash code tracks an individual piece of information the way they can easily track the way that they want to, like a piece of cryptocurrency.
No,
they can track a hash, but not that specific hash code.
This is something that I didn't notice until he pointed it out. Primarch Vulcan for $4.99. And in my honest opinion, the Moon Knight costume looks like a Nightingale costume from Skyrim. Dude, now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Seriously.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's true. I can see it in my head right now.
Yeah.
I really can. Absolutely. I like the Nightingales too.
Yeah, the Nightingale stuff's pretty cool. So this is from Bounty in the Comics, and this is the headlining thing, which we didn't talk about until now, hour and a half in.
Sorry.
Yeah. So did you hear about the whole thing with Steve Perry blasting the shit out of Book of Boba Fett?
Sherry,
So it is that Steve Perry then. That's
Steve Perry, the guy who wrote Shadow of the Empire.
he was doing
wrong guy.
Journey. So yeah.
Sorry, I was doing Journey.
Yeah.
That was a great book.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
Hold on to that feeling.
The book that launched a toy line.
It did.
It did. Very good book that launched a toy line, I might add.
It did.
Yeah. Culture, you want to take over reading duties here? This is basically the post. I don't know if this is Facebook or Twitter or whatever, but
it doesn't look Twittery, but it looks like Instagrammy or something.
Maybe.
Anyway. The third episode of Boba Fett is not to set too high a bar, better than the first two, up to a point. At least there are bubbles rising in the Bacta tank. Of course, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
Of course, the idea of why would we show when we can, tell is still majorly evident. Majorly awesome, Steve. Reminiscent of the opening exposition of a not so well written, well made play wherein the French maid and the butler come out on stage to explain to each other in laborious detail all of the background information the audience needs to know before the action starts. Wait.
That's brutal.
It is. Well, as you recall, Fifi, young Master Archibald suffered greatly from his experiences when his coach was set upon by highwaymen. And the wound incurred during his defense of Lady Prudence has since plagued him in unexpected ways. Oui, Monsieur Jeeves. Apparently, the doctor mistakenly told him the injury make it impossible to sire children. The result of which his wife is mistress, and his three of his dalliances are all carrying buns in the oven, as it were. Sacre bleu, bastard! I beg your pardon.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah,
Does it say anything else?
That's a proper assessment of the all of that.
Yep. Yeah, it really is. Anyway, so that's basically what he said, and it's pretty funny because it's so spot on. Yeah.
Yeah, they even made a video game of it on the N64. The
N64. Yeah.
Dash Rendar.
Dash. Okay, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Dash Rendar. What delicious for $5. I'm starting to believe Disney pirated their own stuff just to complain. Same way Captain Marvel sold so many tickets with empty theaters.
Ooh, let me tell you, there were lots of empty theaters for Shang-Chi and the Cock Rings of Doom. I mean, the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Legend of the Nine Cock Rings?
Oh. Yeah.
Or 10 cock rings?
I don't know.
My theater was pretty
shitload
packed.
Yeah. Look, you only need one. But anyway, here's this weird thing, right? It's really easy to buy theaters to enhance ticket sales. It's not. I mean, you just do.
Well, it also how they count that too is if they give away tickets like with the promo, that counts as a sold ticket.
Yeah, sports teams do it all the time.
Yeah, and I point this out. This comes out of the marketing budget.
It does. It's fortifying. It's fortifying support of the film.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, this is something that is not new. It's been going on, and there's a history of ghost seats in China. Ip Man 3 got busted for it.
Oh, badly.
But yeah, I mean, it's funny that the thing that's crazy about it is that we use the marketing budget to sell those tickets, and that inflates the numbers of I can't fucking say words. Inflates the money made by the movie. There we go.
Yeah, which is weird because no, that's not profit.
It's not
That's a
profit.
loss.
It's not profit
It's
whatsoever.
a loss. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, if just go out there and be honest, bro, your film's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I mean, you know what Lucasfilm didn't do when they released A New Hope, which was originally called Star Wars. You know how I know? I was there.
I was there too.
Didn't do that.
Nope. Let's see. Common Nerd for $4.99. That roast was amazing on Fett. I recorded a video on it tonight that I'll release in the morning.
Awesome.
I laughed out loud reading it. Love it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But it's
Did you guys watch? Did you guys watch George's take on it?
Oh yeah,
No,
George.
I need to.
George has been killing it on reviews,
Wow.
dude. Oh my god, dude really
I'm a
understands
little
YouTube.
behind this week.
He understands YouTube, dude. Roast review shit because it destroys all as far as content goes long term. That shit's gonna go forever, especially if he makes it through the whole season. He's got material forever.
I gotta read Maybe Humans comment. It's fucking funny. Toxic Manflu for $5. We've seen a hair product number 355. Yucking somebody's yum cream conditioner.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Yum.
Maybe Human Comics Division will be giving up on English soon and going back to growling. I feel like it sometimes. I really do. It doesn't help when I basically stayed up very, very late all week, and I've become very art-hearted. So, yeah, brain be muck right now.
I mean, it's my voice. I'm losing it.
I just have irregular sleeping patterns all the time. Hey,
Yeah,
we just did
I
one of
do
those.
too.
Yeah, we just did one of those skits that they usually super chat us.
Yep.
Nice.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah, my favorite is just insomnia.
Yeah, I'm in total insomniac. God, I wake up at like 2 a.m. I'm not going to bed until 5 or 4:30.
Yeah. It's when you wake up, you go, but I don't have to pee. What is this?
Yep. It's like it just happens. You're just up.
Wait a minute. How old are you now, Gascar?
Oh, I'm 46.
Okay, so you understand waking up in the middle of the night because you got to pee.
Yep. Josiah Finch.
Yeah, I turned
199.
35 this year, you know.
All right.
Yep. Put Steve Perry in charge of Lucasfilm. Yeah, I agree, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, I get. Yeah, that would work. It would really would. It would fix a lot of shit. As somebody who is a creative, a writer who understood the material, that's a win-win.
Oh yeah,
win-win. And you know what? It would actually give cover to everybody that wanted to make good shows, like maybe Jon Favreau, right? You know, if he wanted to make good shows, he'd be exposed at that point. You want to make good stuff, you either make good stuff or you're going to get called out.
Toxic Manflu for $2. Comics Division, the galloping, growling grifter. Yeah.
and that's our pet peeve, right? When you know those like Timothy Zahn books and how good they are.
God,
how they could have just take that to make a movie. Amazing storytelling. Knights of the Old Republic was great too. Yeah.
What's that? Which one?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know,
I'm
great
holding
content.
I'm holding the last Flint book right here.
I feel like I have Biden brain.
That's the last Flint book right there.
Heart of the Jedi. Let me.
Awesome.
Heart of the Jedi. That's the last Flint book right there. Available for a limited time on Amazon. It's not officially released. I'm holding it right here.
Nice.
Well, okay then.
It's a good book. It's a good book. I gave a few copies away at this point, and it's not available anymore. It was available for a limited time.
Well, screw you, buddy.
Hey, well, I've heard that more than once in my life.
I heard Sherry was killing.
Oh,
And some of the times
man.
it wasn't even from family members. You know what I mean?
Yep, I'm sure. I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm ready to call it.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, this has been one of those short nights. We needed one.
Oh, seriously, man. It's like I've been unfortunately very low energy tonight. Like I said, I've been
Really? You seem like you're full of piss and vinegar.
Seriously, you fooled me.
Really? I feel it.
Oh, you're feeling it's another thing.
Maybe I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess I'm putting on a better performance than I thought. So
Yeah,
I've had dreams like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of things tonight. Shame, sadness,
disappointment,
entropy.
Yeah.
Shame's a really bad one. You shouldn't feel ashamed.
Oh no. It was okay. It was just a cock ring commentary. I got no reaction. I made a lot of jokes tonight, and none of them landed. I feel like I feel like Amelia Earhart right now. Nothing landed.
Whoa, hey, she was a secret spy, during World War II.
Oh no, maybe that's it. No, okay. I'm sorry. I feel more like Harrison Ford. I can't land. I just crash.
Oh, ouch. Hurts. Anyway, Pope Metallica's the first for 5 American pesos. I'm terrified they're going to shit on Mike Stackpole's X-Wing series next. I'm not sure how they'll jack that up, but I know they will give it all. Well, yeah, you should be concerned because they will. I mean, look what they did to Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run.
Look, I mean, they're going to steal. I'm not even going to go into it. I'm going to stop because it hasn't been confirmed that it's actually going to get made. I'll be quiet. I'll wait.
All right. Speaking of being quiet and waiting.
That was rude. It shocked me. Okay, so I have a YouTube channel. It's this Culture Casino. Wait, they went the wrong way. Culture Casino. I have an Odyssey. It's Culture Casino. I have a Minds. It's Culture Casino. I have a Getter, it's Culture Casino, and a Twitter, it's Culture Casino. You should find me at all those places, including Twitch, which is at Culture Casino, which I promise I might do some gaming again at some point in the near future. We'll see.
Lies.
I've had an amazing, really
Dark Souls.
That's really my thing, bro. Seriously.
Well, it was about you. I had to share it.
That's just rude. Anyway, guys, check out the videos. I'm dropping videos every single weekday. I might kick it into high gear. We might get 2 videos on the weekdays on top of the 6-minute daily, which is also every weekday in the mornings, where I give you, anywhere between 14 to 22 stories from Hollywood for that day or recently. Sometimes it's the day before. But I really love doing that show live. It's amazing. I make mistakes, which is even fun too. And check out all the live streams I do on my channel. I am live in addition to those streams at least 3 other times a week. Sundays we have the amazing Sunday Culture Review, which features one of my best friends on the planet, Wes Moody of the Wes Moody webcast. You can check him out there. You can also check out a lot of other great content creators, people that I've hung out with for a very long time. Occasionally Gascar pops in. He's fun. We have the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk Show with Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge, Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge Espanol, Midnight's Edge Archives, and Mead Radio. So he's on a lot of stuff. And then Friday, I do the Friday pre-flight right before FNT, where a comic shows off his goatee. And let's see. Other than that, I'm just everywhere that you want to be and less. It's true.
Nice.
Hey.
Gaska!
Wow. I'm big screened.
Yeah, you are.
Well, you can find me on the Basco Scenario on YouTube, as well as in Odyssey, as well as in Twitch, and also as in Twitter. And I have a show on Wednesdays called The Hangout, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And tomorrow I'm actually going to be on Lorena's lunch table special. So excited.
That's fantastic. Lorena is awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you so much for having me, man. I always
thanks for pinging me. It was pretty funny. I'm glad you liked my comment in on Twitter, because I was like, oh shit, I just sent Geisgar the link. I forgot he wants to be on.
That's good.
Yeah. And Wes Moody.
Welcome, my friends. Wes Moody, the Wes Moody Webcast. You can find me at youtube.com/Wes Moody Webcast, odyssey.com/Wes Moody Webcast, twitter.com. Oh, at WM_webcast. I'm currently in YouTube jail right now. Apparently somebody didn't like some of the content I made. Conspiracy or conspiracy? So my goal is
did it have something to do with a roll of quarters?
It did have something to do. Well, that is the question: conspiracy or conspiracy? Was it a roll of quarters? I don't know. I'm not going to check either. So, yeah, I don't think that's my job. But I would love to have you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/WestBuddyWebcast. I am 250 subscribers. I hit 750 today. So 250 subscribers away from the monetization, and then I imagine the demonetization. So
you will either be monetized or permanently demonetized.
Oh, I'm going to be demonetized. You know I am.
Maybe. You never know. All right. Toxic Man Flu for $5. Culture, you look like Amelia Earhart with that haircut. You just fly like Harrison Ford. That was fantastic. Also, Jam Cruz. Zero discussion with Jam Cruz for 25 Filipino pesos with no comment.
Yeah, check out his channel, please.
Yeah.
I'll give you $1.
One of these days, I might actually be able to show up.
I want to go to his show. The problem is it's weird timing.
It is weird timing.
I'll do it.
Yeah. 7 in the morning, I won't be awake.
I'll find a way to
Sorry,
avoid sleep. Yeah. Hey, I get people asking me to be up at like 4 in the morning. I'm like going, oh, E5, bro.
Are you kidding? I went to sleep 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I've had some of those.
I don't sleep a lot anyway. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, tell me about it.
We'll be insomnia. That's what we'll be. Insomnia entertainment.
Oh yeah, God,
Getting
feels
there.
like it. By the way, I did not get the credits uploaded on the stream yet, but I did get it updated
I have
for
a
the video.
button for that. Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So this is the old credits. We will be doing another member stream next Sunday. I need to ping the guys and see what they want to do. If it will actually be a members only stream, which means that you have to be a member to be able to watch. So
Let me
get that.
see the penis.
Oh wait, sorry. That's OnlyFans. I'm sorry. I missed that.
I was like, who the hell said that?
That was fucking random.
I was like, shit, I didn't know he was a
I thought it
ventriloquist.
was an OnlyFans stream you were announcing.
Anyway, yeah. So anyway, we'll get it worked out. But yeah, Sunday there will be a member stream next week, not this Sunday. I'll get things posted on Subscribe Star and let you guys know.
Speaking of only members, did you hear about this? And I need to end the show this way to say this. Did you know that in the new Pam and Tommy Lee movie, they have an animatronic talking penis?
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. A huge thanks to all the Subscribe Star supporters. Without you, Comics Division would probably be crying in a corner somewhere. The Big Spenders: Roger the Shrubber, Toxic Man Flu, and HM Sticks. I'm a sucker with a lot of dough. David Blair. Take my money, damn it. LDH27513. Dexidoodle. J.A.F.O. Subscriber number 22F2C6C3. And that 70s rock fan. I'll buy that for $1. Colin D. Mech AG94. Jenna Lyn. Diablo Dame, John B, user C2B7C4F4, and Stand 4. Thank you all for your support. You are awesome.